Right, everybody. Manchester United versus Leicester preview. It's another big game for Ruud'S. His last game in charge of interim manager, and he'll be obviously seeing whether he will be staying on at the end. It's another opportunity for 3 points. Obviously, we did play Leicester 10, 11 days ago in the Carabao Cup, which we did dismantle them. But again, it was a completely different scenario. This opportunity is in the Premier League. We're at home. It's another opportunity for us to win. We'll be talking predicted team preview and tactics and much more. So don't forget to obviously leave a like, stay tuned to the end, and let's get straight into it. So it's a big game, obviously, in terms of team news, which we always talk about. Lenny Euro back in training, Luke Shaw back in training. How long can Luke Shaw stay fit for? We don't know. Euro, it'd be great to see him back. In other team news, Ahmad, we're not sure if he's 100% going to be fit. I mean, for me, he would be one of the key players on the team sheet and the first players on the team sheet, which I'll talk about later on. As well as other players being out injured, Rashford, Ahmad, all these sort of players, hopefully they're in contention to start. Again, man, it's a game, but United must do business and another opportunity. In terms of other team news, Mount, obviously he got some minutes during the week. Ericsson got some minutes. Anthony's back in the squad. So as Amorim comes in, which is a coincidence, a lot of the players are returning back from injury, which is a huge boost. Obviously, will be changes made from this game, from the midweek game in the Europa League, which we'll obviously talk about. But let's talk about Leicester. Listen, in their last Premier League game, they played Ipswich. They drew 1-1. Before that, they lost 5-2 to Manchester United. And before that, I think they drew as well. So they haven't had the last couple of games haven't been great for them. Obviously, we know the players that they have. And they did cause us issues, in the game. In the Carabao Cup, there were 2 poor set piece goals conceded, and they did have chances to score. They definitely aren't an easy team to come up against. They scored 2 great goals against Arsenal. They are a very decent side. Obviously they got the veteran Jamie Vardy, very good players all around the field, the young players mixed with youth as well. It certainly won't be an easy game. They play a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, very similar to Manchester United. But I'm going to talk about United's tactics later on. But listen, again, Leicester's tactics have been pretty good this season. Steve Cooper, listen, if Leicester win this game against United, they could go above us. So it ultimately is a must-win game in that aspect. If United win this game, they will travel up the table as well, which is massively important. Now, let's talk United tactics now. Against PAOK, people were saying we are playing the Amorim 3-4-3 system. There were definitely a glimpse of that, and I could definitely see that throughout the game. I think Amorim, listen, when he comes in, he's going to revitalise that squad, hopefully. And it's only a couple of days till he does come in. Manchester United, in this game against Leicester, will have to be very careful. Obviously, Ruud will play that 4-2-3-1. It'd be interesting to see what sort of team he will go with. There definitely will be rotation from the game against PAOK. But again, tactics, it will be the similar 4-2-3-1 that we see. And then the press has been a lot more organised under Ruud'S, and it's been much more in sync. I think it's an opportunity for United to get some goals in this game. We need to improve that goal difference. It is absolutely woeful. I mean, we go into the game with momentum. Ahmad had that great performance against PAOK. Leicester didn't have the greatest performance last week. Obviously, Leicester more rested. They didn't play during the week, so maybe that will have a part to play. But yeah, that's kind of it on the Leicester tactics. And I'm going to get into my predicted team and key players to look out for. So, predicted team now. Obviously, we love talking about Manchester United. So, I'm going to talk about our team first. In goal will be Onana. I think Onana is a very good player. And the issue with Onana, I think sometimes he does take too long on the ball. And the pass that he would make it just 5 seconds late when he should have made it 5 seconds early just to pick up the pace. Fullbacks will be Delo Mazraoui. Listen, I hope when Luke Shaw comes back, he can give one of them a rest. They've played an awful lot of football. I wouldn't want them to go away on international duty where they can also stay with I don't know if they're being called up, but they can stay with Amorim, get a bit of rest, but we don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, it will be Delo and Mazraoui. For me, I prefer Delo on the right and Mazraoui on the left. We see it looks like it's changing from game to game. It's important for your fullbacks to build connection with the attacking players, but obviously that's something that has constantly been changing. Centre backs will obviously be De Ligt and Martinez. They got a rest in the game midweek, which was good. It's always good to have rotation. I think Evans and Lindelof did do relatively well, to be fair. But obviously the Premier League game, so you will see De Ligt and Martinez come in. Could this be the last time we do see a back four at Manchester United? We'll have to wait and see. Going into midfield, and Amorim comes in anyway, but going into midfield, listen, Eriksen, he got a good 30 minutes, Mount got a bit of game time in him. Do I think they start? I don't think so. I think Eriksen maybe actually, I think he could go with Eriksen and Ugarte in that midfield. I think Ugarte and Casemiro formed a very good partnership, but I think when Amorim comes in, I think he likes a dynamic midfield too, and I don't think that will be under Amorim. So, and I don't think that will be something that sort of United can sort of do under Amorim. Yes, he's great, but I don't think having Casemiro in there will massively benefit us, but I'll talk about that later on when I do the Amorim videos throughout the international break. Now, yeah, so I would go with Eriksen and Ugarte in that midfield. I think that midfield is going to need a lot of balance and creativity. It's a game where United are expected to dominate, and I think we really need an Eriksen in that midfield because the midfield hasn't really been that creative. Bruno will obviously be in the 10. It's another big game for Bruno. Get a goal, get an assist. He had a great assist for Ahmad on the weekend. In the midweek. Now, the front three, there's one guaranteed spot, which is 100%, is Ahmad on the right now. I'm hoping he's fit because his performance against Park was sensational. It was just so fantastic. 2 great goals scored. And to improve in this, you must give him the game. You must give him the opportunity to get that momentum, get some opportunities, get some more minutes into his legs. And I think that's something he wants and something that obviously he needs. I think it's good for his performance, for his development. That new contract must be given to him. There's been no new talks on that, which is frustrating, but I'm hoping that will come soon. But I think Ahmad, listen, he's coming up against, I think Christensen plays left back for them, not the Chelsea one, a different one, very, very good defensively. And I think Ahmad can cause a threat. He's very sharp one-on-one, can come in field, go on the outside, both-footed, but his left foot is fantastic, and I think he will have a big game if he does start. That's why I'm hoping he's fit. On the left, listen, I'm not really bothered. Rashford or Garnacho, they both haven't been great, if we're honest. I would go with Rashford. I think I want to see Rashford. And yeah, that's really, it's really close between Rashford and Garnacho. I've just gone with Rashford in this game. I mean, he did get the rest during the week, so you're assuming he does start this game. And up front, listen, I don't think Højlund did enough to start this game, but I think he inevitably will. I think Ruud'S does really like Højlund, and I think this could be a game where he hopefully does get some goals and we do start to create some chances for him. It was absolutely vital and imperative that we do that. And I think that's something that we must do. But listen, let me know your thoughts. That's been my predicted team. I'll quickly run through it. Onana in goal, Delô, Mazraoui, Martinez, De Ligt, Ugarte, Eriksen and Bruno. And Højlund, Ahmad and Rashford. Now obviously if Ahmad isn't fit, it would be Garnacho, Rashford, Højlund. But listen, let me know your thoughts. Like, comment and subscribe. Key players, listen, it's Mabdidi and Vardy. I think they are a threat. I think they got other players as well. Buonanotte is doing fantastically well. Set pieces obviously a big thing to look out for. And defensive, and for United, Ugarte and Rashford, I want to see them have 2 good games. Now, score predictions. I hope United keep a clean sheet. I've got Onana in my Fantasy Premier League. I'm going to go Manchester United 2, Leicester City 0. Some goals at Old Trafford I'm hoping for, and another big 3 points in the Ruud'S run this tomorrow. But let me know your thoughts. Obviously after this, the Amorim era will begin, and we do all the videos. As I said, what to expect. We'll be looking at 5 things he must change, 5 things he will change. I'll do a tactical video, I'll do transfers, I'll do midfield, I'll do defense, I'll do attack. All these sort of videos will be coming to you topic based. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, score predictions, and don't forget to like, subscribe. Peace.